Hello there campers, my name is Paul Hughes, I am the Lord of Leisure, and once again it's another Aftermath video, and a video where basically I pontificate about some ramblings after watching a film at the big screen cinema type thing, don't you know? Yes, I know. I have just come out of watching The Predator, starring various people who I haven't heard of, but I have heard of two people that I recognize in it, Olivia Munn and Thomas Jane. Even though Thomas Jane is basically not one of the main characters, he's one of the squad of crazy people that apparently suffers from Tourette's during it and makes for some jokes. But anyway, aside from that, it's another Predator film from Fox, which means that inevitably you're going to be wanting to compare it to Predator 1, 2, Predators, and oh, what was the other thing? There was another. You forget Alien vs Predator because they don't count for the standalone stuff. It's gonna be one. It's gonna be a few things. Is it gonna even live up to you know, Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger back in the 80s and his band of merry men in the jungle? But secondly, is it just a good film in its own right? It's kind of a strange mix, because obviously you're going to have idiots like me who love the first Predator, who will come along and go and want to watch it. But then you're going to have people who have obviously not watched the old Predator films, and therefore is this going to be a new thing for them to start things all off and so on. Now, I have to be honest, obviously, it's never going to live up to the first Predator film. I mean, that seemed to be just a thing that happened, and it just came together in macho silliness that ended up being a classic, a genuine classic. So, there are more than one reference to the first film, absolutely, including certain phrases which do come up. Thank you, by the way. Sorry, I've just been. Yeah, I'm getting coffee from this lovely lady. You know, while I'm talking to you all. Isn't it lovely? What service? Anyway, there are more than enough references for fanboys like me for the first Predator, and also even some of the music from the first Predator comes into play. How it even starts out is very much close to how the first Predator film began, and maybe that is what Shane Black was going for, the guy who was trying to resurrect Predator films in any case. I'm just going to put this down, there we go, saved my arm. But in a strange sort of way, this is kind of a mix of he's going for the first Predator and then also urban settings a la Predator 2. There's all sorts of things that you go back and forth on. There's quite a large cast that stick around for an awful lot of the film. There's some laugh out loud. There was some genuine laugh out loud moments, and some absolutely fucking ridiculous moments that you'll go, really, really. But frankly, the way I could sum up The Predator, it's a perfect B movie. It is. It's a nice light film, nice to watch. I came away with a smile on my face, and remarkably, it's one of the Predator films I genuinely would watch again, if that's something. The story is that there's predators were chasing each other. There's a small predator and a big predator, but the small predator was coming to Earth apparently to warn us about something. When we weren't entirely sure what, but he got captured by a sniper dude who pretty much is the main guy. He has an autistic son who obviously is very intelligent and managed to unlock various things of the Predator gear that gets mailed in the post. I'm not even kidding on that one. The Predator gear gets mailed in the post to avoid it from being handed to the US authorities. And yeah, there's a nasty leader of the US authorities trying to capture all Predator stuff and so on. Olivia Munn is a scientist who turns basically Lady Rambo during this. It is quite funny. In essence, it's sort of the best way to describe the Predators is it is just a roller coaster. You're just along for the ride, and you just go, yeah, all right. Even though there are times that absolutely it just goes fucking insane. You know, if you're going to take any of it seriously, no, you definitely don't do that. One of the highlights for me were the Predator dogs. Believe it or not, especially one that in essence becomes a running joke slash, I guess plot device type thing. I don't want to say too much more other than that, but some of the CGIs are a wee bit questionable, because they made the big Predator all CG and the smaller Predator was more, I think that was the real you know, production on you know, that was the actual physical asset on screen. But in a strange sort of way, I know people are never going to get the first Predator or otherwise, but honestly, this wasn't bad. I came out of it sincerely enjoying it, and remarkably, the Predator is one of those Fox efforts that clearly didn't have an awful lot of oomph behind it, because this film pretty much crept up on us during September. I mean, effectively, I knew about its existence only a couple of weeks ago, in fact, so there hasn't been a huge amount of viral marketing or anything like that. And you know what? Of a few B movies I've seen this year, where you've had Skyscraper with Dwayne Johnson, because let's be fair, you know, it might have had big effect budgets, and it was trying to be Die Hard in a massive Chinese tower and what have you, and it didn't work. You know, I came away meh about it. The Meg, that was, I have to be honest, pretty forgettable. And this, yep, if you're gonna go like looking at the B movie type things that we've had in 2018, this is definitely the best one I've seen so far. Certainly one of the more enjoyable ones, and definitely, like I said, some laugh out loud moments, some stupid moments. They don't hold back on the gore, by the way, as well. This is not going to be like a 12A thing or otherwise. You see decapitations, you see intestines, you see blood and guts flying everywhere. Yeah, it's good. It's good, and you know, some of the story is, you know, the way that they portray it all is absolutely ridiculous. But you know what? I will happily take the Predator. Absolutely. If you want a good, enjoyable B-movie sci-fi thing with, you know, not terrible acting for what it is, and you know, want to smile at the end coming out of the cinema, I will say this: go and watch the Predator when you can. Absolutely. I actually don't hesitate at all in recommending you all go to the cinema to watch it. So there you go, campers. That's my incoherent ramblings on the Predator. Overall, I enjoyed it, even though at times it was silly. But I pretty much got what I wanted from it, and I hope you all too do as well. Now, I'm going to enjoy some cafefe while looking out at random people wandering around in a rather empty shopping centre. And until next time, campers, take it easy, and I will see you all again very soon. Till then.